Kalen Patterson with Midwest Muscle. I'm here with Brian Austin and Brian Maurer. These guys have some apparel coming out. Well, actually, it's been out for a while.
Yep, been out a year and a half, 2 years almost.
Yep, about 2 years now.
And you guys are just about at every show. You're not pumping your apparel, you're pumping natural bodybuilding. And it just so happens that you happen to have a clothing line. And I love the standard that you're setting because you're supporting, and you're being driven. It's not just, I'm just saying something and it's a nice logo and everybody should love it so you should buy it. You're saying things that you're actually living up to. Now, guys, what made you come up with that logo, and why are you so driven? Because, you guys are on the road as much as I am.
You talk about the grind and being driven when you compete, and it basically, we wanted, wife and I, 2 years ago, decided to come up with a fitness apparel line. I wanted to see where it would go.
Mm-hmm.
And we were brainstorming the logos, and it came to me one day as being, we're all driven.
Yes.
And actually, as in the,
literally,
in a lot of sports, to get to the top of no matter what it is, you have to go that extra step. You're beyond driven.
Yes.
And it applies to any athletics, anything in life. Like I always say, if you want to be the best lawnmower in the world, you got to be beyond driven. You got to eat, sleep, breathe, live. You got to be beyond driven.
It's a fact, yeah.
You gotta have some grit.
Now, you guys have a concept, and the one I'm liking is this one right here, because what made you think of that? And it actually works well, especially with our kind of physiques, where it's a natural physique.
Right.
You don't have the blocky style or the distended bellies. You can actually look good in this kind of apparel.
Right, and that's actually Brian's wife. I think kind of started coming up with that, and we threw ideas around and brainstormed. And I actually run a printing company, so my design team, I just kind of threw a few things at them, and this is the idea they came up with. So that's one advantage I have, is running a print and design company.
Because I am a printing
Right.
company. Everything just kind of works together. Because there's been a lot of guys that come up with a lot of concepts, but they don't fit.
Right.
And they fall off, or it's a great concept, but you look at the person and they don't fit the bill of what they're promoting.
Right.
So yours being beyond driven, because you're doing the driven lifestyle.
Right.
It actually works out. Well, how do you tie into all this, and where does it? Because you've got just as much drive, and you're doing just as much. So
I competed for years. Brian got into the consulting business. I was lucky enough to win a sponsorship.
Mm-hmm.
Went through a long prep with him. He grounded
you
me
got shit
down
like that.
grounded me down to nothing. But finished that up, and I had the idea of, hey, I like that logo. I love what it stands for.
Mm-hmm.
That's exactly the mentality you got to have in natural
Exactly.
bodybuilding. And I want to be a part of it. So sell me your logo. Sell me Beyond Driven.
Mm-hmm.
And then we thought of it. We got better. I wanted to get into the supplement industry.
Mm-hmm.
And then we brainstormed a little bit, and we said, why don't we just get together and
Expand.
Yeah.
expand, go
Partnered up and expanded.
meet halfway and get into the apparel and the supplement industry.
And it's actually working.
Now we've got
Yeah.
protein, creatine, pre-workout.
And
So
now
we're
after this
expanding
show,
in
you
on-
got a pro team. You got pros popping up everywhere now. I'm loving everything that you're doing, because it's not that arduous. I hate this crap, and I can't wait for it to be done. When your winners are coming off stage, they're smiling and they're ready to compete again. It's like my diet. I'm getting back on it. I'm going to stick with it.
Yep.
That's when you know you've done something right. Because I said this, I said natural bodybuilding couldn't grow because we wouldn't let it. Because we had stymied it with the unnatural way of training, the unnatural way of dieting, and it just wasn't working.
Right.
And the apparel didn't match our physiques because it was the extra large. And I'm thinking, you put us in regular clothes and we look like regular people, So why do we want to wear this oversized stuff looking like throwbacks that we shouldn't be in, like somebody's kid? So you guys actually came out and put out stuff that actually works. I'm appreciating it, and backing up what you say is
Appreciate
what's
that.
most important, because that way when people put it on, they know it's a standard. It's not a shirt. You guys are setting a standard, and that's what I appreciate, because for your competitors to come on stage like they did today and saying the things that they were saying, lets me know that you guys are rubbing off in a good way.
Good.
Beyond Driven is a way of life for them. Because I'm not hearing that horror story of I'm so
Right.
You know, that's when you know everything was
If
just.
you feel that way, you're
Yeah.
probably never going to step on stage again, or not for a long time.
Yeah. So, but that comes from the top. If it doesn't happen at the top, they don't have that motivation. They don't have that inspiration. So they ain't going to put it in the perspiration. I mean, that's just as simple as it is. So, you know, you guys are coming together with something. I know you're going to do well. I'm loving the logo. I'm
Appreciate it.
That
Appreciate
is
it.
tight.
And we're coming up. We're going to come up with some fresh new gear. You can pan in on yourself and show the.
Camera.
We got tons of ladies.
Just flip it upside
tons
down.
of ladies gear.
Twist the world. Sugar the
All
world.
right.
Look at it. Check us out on Facebook or.
www.beyonddriven.com.
Oh, that sounds like a little song going right here. I'm loving it. So thank you guys.
All right. Thank you.
Thanks, Caleb.
Appreciate it.
Appreciate
it.
everything you're doing for us. Oh, look at that. You see that? That bicep? You see that bicep? I'm loving it.
I'll stay
I'm
off to the
loving it.
side.
This is all natural, baby. All right. Good job, guys.
All right. Thank you.
Let's get in and have some of that pizza. Good